Welcome to Cavaletto Studios. I'm Chris. Sometimes we just need a little extra to get us going. Today's yoga practice will focus on opening the heart and the hips while using the breath to concentrate on our connection to movement. This class will also help you make that needed shift. So let's get started. We'll begin seated on a block and the toes tucked under. So the tops of the feet are on the floor. Feel free to use 1 block, 2 block. If you need something under your knees, that's fine. And if this just doesn't work for you at all, feel free to do another posture. So we're going to open up nice and tall. We're going to close our eyes for a moment and then bring the hands on top of the thighs and the elbows into the rib cage. Finding our breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Connecting with our breath, breathing in and breathing out. A couple more times. Feel a calmness washing over your body as you exhale. Take a nice deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. And let your chin draw towards your chest and then just blink the eyes open. Turn the palms up. And then bring the first finger and thumb together. And then inhale, look up at the sky or ceiling, wherever you are. And then chin to chest, exhale. And again, inhale, lift and look up. Open the heart, exhale, round through the upper back. Inhale, reach the arms out to the side, open up wide, open up the heart. Exhale, bring the fingertips together, round through the back, drop the chin. Feel the arms pulling forward. Inhale, open wide, open the heart, thumbs towards the back. Exhale, round. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. 2 more times. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Fingertips interlace. Feel them pulling towards the front. Extending. Nice exhale here. Inhale, lift the arms to the sky. Open up. Relax the shoulders. Feel the length of the spine. Take another breath in. Now as you exhale, release your right hand to the right side behind you, leaning back towards the floor, reaching that left arm overhead. And then I want you to inhale, rise back up, reach the arm, tap the fingers, exhale to the other side. Reaching back behind you, maybe looking up at your hand. And then inhale, lift up. Repeat back to the first side, exhaling down, leaning back. Feel the length through the front of the body. Inhale, lift. Touch the fingers, exhale to the other side. And then inhale, lift. Exhale, palms to heart space. Relax the shoulders, press those palms, lift the elbows. Find your breath. And now press your left hand into the right, gently twist towards the right side. Finding your breath, look back behind you as far as you can. And then come through the center on your next exhale. And then as you transition to the left, find your inhale. And then while you're on the left, find your exhale. And then on your next inhale, transition back to center. Interlace the fingers and then flip the palms up as they press to the sky. Open things up again and slightly side bend to your right, just a little. And then inhale, lift, and exhale to the other side. Inhaling and lifting. Exhale, flip the palms back to face your head, show they're down towards the earth. Pull the thumbs away from the hands and feel the thumbs pulling towards the back. Back wall, back behind you. Another breath. And then on your next exhale, release the fingers, let them float down behind the back. Interlace the fingers behind your back and open up that chest. Find your breath. Lengthening through the neck. Try not to let the neck come forward. Pull those shoulders down and back. And breathe. One more breath. On your next inhale, we'll release the fingers. Bring the hands all the way up. With the inhale, look up at the hands. Tap the fingers. Exhale the arms down to the side. We're going to transition to tabletop. So bring the hands in front. Lift those hips off of your block. Bring the block to the side. And then find your hands under the shoulders. And then knees under your hips. Spread out those fingers in your tabletop. Lengthen through the spine. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Let's find our cat-cow. So push into the tops of the feet. Round through the back. Nice exhale. Tucking the chin, and then inhale, arch the back, lift the head and the tailbone, exhale, round. Inhale, lift, and exhale, round. And then last one, inhale, lift, and exhale, round. Finding your neutral spine, let your hips gently just drop side to side like a little movement, rocking side to side. If it bothers your knees, feel free to put something under your knees like a blanket or a pillow. Finding our center, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Let's find our extended tabletop, gently extending the right arm forward and then the left leg back. And you can have the toe on the floor or you can lift it off of the floor. Soften that left elbow, pull the shoulder away from the ear. Just find the length of the spine. Now you're going to bring your right hand to the floor and bend your left knee. And just push that foot towards the sky. And then rotate the ankle. Try not to lean too much to the right. Try to stay centered. Change direction of that ankle rotation. And then extend that foot to the back of the mat. Press the toes into the floor and really shift your hips back. So stretching through the calf and the ankle a little extra. And then release, bring the knee to the floor. Extend the left hand to the front. Right leg to the back, extended tabletop. Finding your breath, pull the shoulders away from the ears. Feeling the core working. We're bringing the hand to the floor. We're going to bend the right knee and then just rotate that right ankle. And again, notice if you're leaning to one side. And then change direction. Taking that right foot, straighten the leg. Push the foot to the back of the mat. Shift yourself backwards into the ball of that foot so you can really stretch through the calf and the ankle. And then bring the knee back to the floor. Separate your knees, feet together. Let's take a child's pose. Slide your hips backwards towards your heels. Mount your belly between the thighs. Draw your forehead to the mat. And then just find your breath. It's nice, deep, long inhale through the nose. And then a slow exhale through the nose. One more breath. Now I want you to take on your next inhale. Use your inhale to draw your body up to tabletop. Really breathing in, adjust. And then once you're there, exhale. Then we're going to tuck our toes. Take a nice deep inhale. And then as you exhale, shift your hips back, lifting to your downward facing dog on your exhale. And then pedal at your feet, walk your dog. And then press your left foot into the floor. Lift your right leg up to a three-legged dog. Bend the knee, and then circle that knee around. Circle it around, and then change direction. Circle the opposite way. And then draw that right foot to the floor. And then extend the left leg up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, and then circle it around. Big circles, loosening up through that hip. And then change direction. And then draw that foot back to the floor. Good. Let's send the right leg back up, three-legged dog. And then you're going to bend the right knee and then pull the knee towards your nose. Plank position. And then extend it all the way back up to three-legged dog. Bring that foot down. Extend the left leg up, three-legged dog. Just building heat in the body, getting warm. Bend the left knee. Pull the knee to the nose. Find your plank. And then extend it back up, three-legged dog. And then both feet come down to the floor. Good. I want you to walk your feet a little wider than your hips. And then shift your body to a full plank. Make those adjustments. And then shift yourself forward. And you can be on your knees here. We're going to go into Chaturanga. A little lowering down to the floor. Pull the elbows in to the rib cage as you exhale down. Exhale, exhale, exhale. All the way to the belly. Walk the hands outside next to the rib cage. Tops of the feet on the floor. Take an inhale with a mini cobra. Lifting, inhale. And then exhale back down. Good. And then another inhale. Lift. And then an exhale. We got one more of those. Inhale, lift, mini cobra. Exhale, lower. We're going to tuck our toes, and you're going to either bend the knees or just push straight up, coming back to your downward facing dog. And this way now you're going to walk your feet in about hip distance apart, soften the knees, draw the belly to the thigh. So if you have any back issues, really bend those knees. You don't want to feel those knees. Now you're going to plant your left foot down, lift the right leg to a three-legged dog. And then you're going to bend your right knee. And let's open up and stack the hips. Open up that knee, press into the left foot on the floor. Now pull that right knee to your right elbow. Send it all the way back up to a three-legged dog. And then you're going to bring your right foot right behind your right hand. Plant your left foot on the floor. Find your warrior one. Lifting yourself up. Opening yourself up. Thumbs towards the back wall. Bend into that front knee. Find your Vyadrasana 1, Warrior 1, option to press your palms together. If it doesn't feel good on your shoulders, you do not have to. I want you to really find your breath here, breathing in and breathing out. Again, breathing in and breathing out. Let's find our Warrior 2, Vyadrasana 2. Take a step back, rotate your back, left foot open to the side of your mat. Extend the arms to the front and back. Bend into your front knee, peeking at your big toe on the right. You can see your toe. The knee is not over the foot or collapsing in. It's opening to the right. Find the length of your spine. You're nice and tall. And you're breathing. Let's bring our front forearm to the thigh, side angle. Reach your left arm up and over. We're inhaling, breathing. Doesn't that feel so good? Now you're going to take your top left arm and it's going to come down towards the floor. Release your forearm off the thigh, so both hands. Pivot off of your back heel so you can lower your left knee. Now if you need a block here or something under your knee, feel free to use a block. You're going to place your left hand right on the inside of your right foot. Right hand goes to the hip and twist towards that right leg. Now option, you can stay here. You can reach your arm to the sky, or you can even straighten out that bottom back leg, that left leg. Find your breath. Inhale, pull the back, top shoulder back and down. The arm will follow. And then slowly exhale, release back knee on the floor. Walk your hands up the thigh. Find that lovely inner thigh, hip flexor stretch, making sure your knee is over your ankle, not the toe. And your hands are also not on the knee, they're on the thigh. Or another option is to send the arms up to the sky. And now you're going to bring both fingertips down to the floor. Place that left hand again back on the floor. Option 1 is to reach your right hand back again. Option 2 is to bend your left knee and hold on to the foot. Again, if this bothers your knee, you can even let your right leg drop open a little if it gives you more space to get it more comfortable into your posture. Find your breath. And then slowly let go of the foot. Bring it to the floor. Tuck your back toe. Step back to plank. Find your plank. Find your strength. Deep breath in. And then as you exhale, Chaturanga, option for your knees on the floor, exhaling slowly as you lower to the floor. Good, belly on the floor, untuck your toes, hands next to the chest or rib cage. Inhale, little cobra. Exhale down, tuck your chin. Inhale, lift. Exhale down. One more time, inhale, lift. Exhale down. Good, tuck your toes. Lifting yourself all the way back up, find your downward facing dog. Shift those hips backwards. Maybe pedal out your feet or melt into your downward facing dog. Knees are soft, pushing into the fingertips and the palms. Good, now you're going to press your right foot into the floor, left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, maybe do a little circle if you need to, and then pull that foot to the right, stack those hips. Now you're going to pull that left knee to your left elbow, find your plank. Use your core strength here. And then we're going to send that left knee up, inhale, three-legged dog, and then that left foot is coming back down behind your left hand or between them. Pivot onto the right back foot, pressing up, inhaling to Warrior 1. And just notice the difference on the two sides. Arms can be up or interlaced. It's up to you. You take the option that feels best to you. Outer back edge of that right foot on the floor, bending into that front left knee. Finding your breath. Inhale and exhale. Virdrasana 1 with a breath. One more breath and then we'll find Virdrasana 2. And then open it up. Pivot so that back foot opens to the side edge of your mat. The long edge. Left foot to the short edge, to the front. Extend the arms. Finding your warrior 2. Notice the difference in the legs. Make sure your left knee is pushing over to the left side of the mat. Not collapsing in. Looking over those front fingertips. We're going to find our side angle. Bring the forearm to the thigh. Right arm comes up. Just enjoy opening up through the whole side of the body here. Pull that back shoulder down and back. Finding your breath, bending into that front knee. Now that top right hand is going to come down to the floor. And you're going to lower your back right knee onto the floor, pivoting off the heel. The toes are tucked under. Left hand to the hip. Twist towards your left knee. Now that's one option. Another option is to lift the left arm up to the sky. Another option is to straighten out your right leg. So these are just variations of the posture that whatever works for you. Feel that top shoulder backwards, opening up. Now we're going to slowly bring both hands back down, lower the knee to the floor. Keep the back toe tucked if you'd like, or you can untuck it. Walk the hands upward onto the thigh. Making sure we're not on the knee, we're on the thigh. Lengthening. Maybe this is plenty for you. Keeping that hip pushed forward. Another option is to reach one or two arms up. Opening things up. So good for the body. The whole hip openers. Now you're going to take that right hand back down to the floor inside the left foot. Now option 1 is to reach that left hand backwards, opening it up, or bend your back right leg and hold on to the foot. And maybe let your left leg fall open. Either is fine. Again, different variations. If you can't reach your foot, that's okay. If it bothers your knee, then don't lift it off the mat. Or put something under the knee. Find your breath. Inhale and exhale. We're going to release that foot. Bring both hands back to the floor. Tuck your back toe. Let's inhale and step back to plank. Finding your plank. Nice and strong. From here, we're going to Chaturanga, lowering down all the way to the belly. And then this time we're going to walk the elbows forward, forearms on the floor. Press open those fingertips. Press the palms into the mat. Slowly start to lift your hips to the knees so you come to an elbow kneeling plank. Really engaging those core muscles. Option to tuck the toes and come into a full plank. Again, listening to your back, whatever feels good to you. And then lower the knees to bring the feet together. Walk the hands backwards as you shift into child's pose. Draw your forehead to the mat. And just find your breath. Feel the body relaxing here. Your belly between the thighs. Breathing in, breathing out. Spread out those fingertips. On your next inhale, you're going to slowly pull yourself out of your child's pose. Come all the way up to tabletop. Draw the knees under the hips. Tuck your back toes. Good. Lift to downward facing dog. Send yourself back upward. And breathe. You're going to place your left foot on the floor. Reach your right leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Open up that hip. Now you're going to take your right foot and you're going to step it forward between your hands. Pivot onto your back foot and find your warrior two. Come out all the way up. Bend into that front knee. We're going to inhale both arms up. Pivot your right foot to the long edge of the mat, left foot to the back, and exhale back to warrior two towards the back of your mat. Making sure your knee is over your ankle. Make adjustments as needed. Inhale both arms up. Good. Turn both feet nice and wide. Interlace the fingers over your head. Palms are facing your head. And then gently press your palms towards the earth, interlaced. Stay nice and strong and tall. Bend into the knees like you're pushing the floor away, but don't bend forward. Keep your upper body nice and tall. Do a little shift side to side if needed. Notice if your knees are collapsing in. Open up those knees. Check in with those inner thighs. Nice and wide legs. Staying tall here, slowly have your hands only float up, keeping them interlaced. Notice what's going on in the upper body. Try not to lean forward or too far back. Stay tall. Feel the strength from the glutes all the way to the crown of the head to the top of the fingertips. Wiggle those toes. Find your strength. Inhale, rise with the legs. Release the fingers, find your star. And then exhale, bend the elbows, find your goddess. Open things up. Smile. Again, check in with the knees. Are they collapsing in? Can you open them up? From here, we're going to side bend to the right. Pull the elbow down towards that thigh. Open up that top shoulder. Find your breath. This is good for the core. Inhale, exhale, inhale up, centered, elbows still bent. Exhale to the other side. Pull the elbow down, open that top arm. Really feel that shoulder pulling back. Exhale here. Inhale, center. Good. Exhale, lower. Inhale, straighten and rise, star. Exhale, goddess. Open things up, check with the elbows if they're shoulder level. Palms back, lift your right heel. Find your balance. Lower the right, lift the left. Good. Lower the other one. Lift both, find your balance and hold. And both lower. Inhale, rise to star. Good. Exhale, palms to heart space. Bend into those knees. Let's just hold this posture here for a moment. Lengthen through the spine, press into the palms. Just notice what's going on in the body. Are the knees collapsing in? Can you open them up? Inhale, arms come up. Extend them out to the side. Find your star. Good. Pivot your back foot to the long edge of the mat. Right foot to the front. Windmill it all the way to the floor. Step back. Find your plank. Nice and strong. Check in with your breath here. Check in with your body. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. And then shift to downward facing dog. Adjust. Bring those feet apart about hip distance. Bend the knees slightly. Draw your hips up and back, pressing into the fingertips and the palms. And again, if you have back stuff, just bend the knees more. I'm still working on getting my back situation a little better. So I'm just making those adjustments, and do what you need to do as well. So now you're going to place your left foot in the middle of your mat, draw your right leg up to three-legged dog, bend your right knee, melt your left heel to the floor, open up, stack your hips. Try to keep your right shoulder towards the floor. Shoulders are level. Feel the lengthening of the stretch in that right side of the body. Flex and rotate your right foot. Good. Now bring your right knee to the right wrist. Find your pigeon. And your right foot towards the left ankle. Slide your left leg back. This is where you would maybe sit on a block if needed. But your left leg is straight. The top of your knee and the top of your foot is on the floor. Make adjustments, maybe a little hip shift back and forth, and then walk your arms forward and gently lower your head either onto your hands. You can make fist or stack, or even walk your hands forward, forehead on the mat. Now let's find our breath. Inhale and exhale. Another inhale and exhale. 2 more breaths. Inhale and exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale and exhale. Go ahead and bring your hands close to the body. Walk them in. Lift the head. Slowly start to transition your body. Tuck the back toe. Good. Enough that you can lift your body. Use your strength. Step back with the right leg. Find your plank. Let's just find our stability here again. Find our breath. Now again, you are welcome to do a full vinyasa flow. Chaturanga to up dog if you'd like. I'm going straight into my downward dog just to protect my back today. I'm not going to do too much of the arching or the forward folds today at all. So just send those hips back. Meet up in downward facing dog. Now this time the right foot's going to center in the mat. Left leg, we're going to bring it up, three-legged dog. Bend your left knee, melt your right foot towards the mat, and then start to stack your hips. Pull that left foot over to the right. Level out your shoulders now. And notice the difference if one side is tighter than the other. And let's find our breath again. Breathing in and out. When we connect to our breath, that Ujjayi breathing, the ocean sounding breath, helps us work through the challenges that our body might be feeling. Now you're going to bring that left knee slowly all the way in, rotating back towards your left wrist. Taking a pigeon on the other side. Feel free to do a variation, maybe reclining if you need to. Maybe a block or pillow under your hip, and just start to shift your body. Right leg is back, top of the knee on the floor, top of the foot, and then walking your hands forward. Again, you can stack your hands, maybe bring your head to the floor, walk your hands forward, and find your breath. Let's take a deep breath in, and slowly let it out. Another breath in, and slowly let it out. 2 more. Inhale. And exhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. And exhale. Excellent. 4 breaths each side. We're going to walk the hands in, lift the head. Now if you're sitting on a block or blanket, feel free to take it out because we're going to sit on that left hip. And you're just going to pull that right leg all the way forward, bring it back up by you. So now your left ankle or foot is by your right glute. You're going to hug that right knee in. Now option to bring it to the opposite side, outside edge of your left leg. The right foot is on the floor. We're going to do a little twist here. Hug that right knee with your left hand. Maybe reach the right hand behind you, lift and twist. Look behind your right shoulder as far as you can. And just enjoy that nice counter stretch, feeling it all the way through the hip and that right glute. Finding your breath. If your leg doesn't go that far with it crossed, please feel free to keep the left leg straight and just cross the right leg over the thigh and hug it in. One more breath here. Now we're going to counter stretch, so keep the legs where they are, but just twist the upper body. Bring your left arm inside the right knee, left hand behind you. Lengthen and twist. Open up that right hand, spread the fingers, look over your right shoulder. One more breath. And then we're slowly going to release and unwind. So take your right leg, uncross it. Keep the knee bent, just send it out in front of you. Then bring the left leg out. Both knees are bent. Now you're going to take your right foot and you're going to tuck it under by your left hip. That left knee is going to hug it in, either on the outside of the shin or across. And again, you can always keep that right leg straight and just cross the left leg over. Reaching behind you, lengthening through the spine, hug that knee in, and look over your left shoulder. Feel that nice stretch through the glute, the hip. Find your breath. Inhale and exhale. Another inhale and another exhale. Let's do one more. Inhale and exhale. Then counter stretch. So take that left arm, bring it on the inside of the thigh. Foot is on the floor. Open the hand. Reach back with the right hand. Lengthen. Twisting to your right. Finding your breath. And then we're going to release our counter stretch, uncross the legs. Let's just try straightening them out. Pull the glutes out from under. Lift nice and tall, flexing the feet, maybe giving them a wiggle. Let's inhale the arms up. And then exhale the hands behind the back, fingertips facing your body. And open up that chest. Now rotate your fingers backwards and the palms stay down. Just feel the difference opening up that chest. Good. And then we're going to rotate the fingers back again to originally how they were facing the body. If this bothers your shoulders or wrist, you can take them the other way, whatever works for you. Then we're going to bend both knees, place both feet flat on the floor. How about hip distance apart? And then we're going to open up that chest and then start to press through your feet as you lift your hips off the floor. And just open up that whole heart space, looking up at the above you, not letting your head fall backwards. Try not to let your knees fall open either. Pull the knees inward. Another breath in. And then on your exhale, let your hips slowly melt towards the floor, but push them forward a little bit towards your feet. Good. Straighten out your left leg. Yes, hands are still behind you on the floor. Bend your elbows. Cross your right ankle over your left thigh. Try to keep it above your knee. And then start to bend that left knee again. Now there's lots of little markers that you can test in. First, getting the knee bent and heel on the floor. Next, maybe try bringing your foot flat on the floor. Next, try bringing your heel closer to your hip. Next is to go to your fingertips and then lift your body towards your shin and then flex your right foot. So you're getting a little bit of a deeper glute hip stretch again, and then rotate your right ankle and then rotate the opposite way, and then draw your knees just gently side to side. One more. Now I want you to find your center, bend your elbows, straighten your left leg, and then uncross your right, both legs straight, and then switch sides. So now your left ankle's over your right thigh, above the knee, start to bend your right knee. First goal, heel on the floor. Second, try to get your foot flat. Third, maybe try to draw your heel towards your hip or your hip towards your heel. Good. And then flex that left ankle. Maybe rotate it. Bring your chest towards your shin. So I just give different options. Maybe you're still out here and this is plenty for you. That is fine. If you prefer to lay on your back and do the same stretch, you can do this as well if it bothers your wrists. And your hands can be on maybe the knuckles. You can have your fingertips facing your body, turn to the back, turn to the side. Play around with what feels good to you. Flex that left foot and draw that leg side to side. So just feeling a nice hip glute stretch there. If you're real tight, it might be quite the stretch. Now we're going to slowly release, straightening the right leg, and then uncrossing the left. Sit nice and tall. Give those legs a shake to rotate those elbows both ways, and then backwards, loosening up if there's any tension in the shoulders. Good. And then you're going to bend your knees and then pull the toes up. Make sure you have room behind you on your mat. We're going to hold behind the thighs. Hold on to them, and then start to draw backwards. Tuck your chin into your chest. Nice little back of the neck and upper back stretch. And then you're going to inhale, lengthen, open the heart, pull the elbows back as you're still holding onto the thighs, looking up at the sky. Good. Release your feet. Maybe walk them in so you can get your feet flat on the floor. Bring your knees closer together. Draw your right elbow to the outside edge of your left thigh. Bring your left arm behind you and then just twist here. Find your breath. Relax your left shoulder. See if you can lift your left arm off the floor. So it's getting a little into obliques, core. Another breath. And then release the left arm, release the right. We're going to try the other side. So take your left arm, slide it in, maybe draw the knees together, open the hand, reach your right hand back behind you, find your twist first, looking back, lengthening, breathing. Option, release your right hand onto the floor. You might notice some new muscle areas working, the core, obliques, the shoulder, hip flexor, and then release the right hand and the left. Pull those toes up, lean back just enough that you can either hold onto the shins or the thighs or release completely. Relax those shoulders and then find your goddess arms and open things up again. Checking in, lengthening through the spine. Option is to lift your feet off the floor, or you can leave them on the floor. You can even try to straighten out the legs a little extra, bringing the knees and the thighs together, and then slowly lower your heels to the floor, bring your elbows down, melt to the floor, and then when you get there, bend your knees, walk your feet towards your hips. Reach your fingertips towards your heels or your ankles. And then just relax here. Let your head melt into the floor. Walk your shoulders away from the ears. Turn your palms down. And then press those hips upward into a bridge, maybe drawing the knees towards each other. Take a breath in. And then slowly lower those hips all the way back to the floor. Find your neutral spine. Maybe do a little bit of a pelvic tilt, pushing your back into the mat, your belly into the back. Then take your right ankle and place it across your left thigh again. Open up that right knee. Just press it open. And then bring your right hand back to the floor and let's lift to a single leg bridge. So just lifting those hips off the floor, pushing through your left leg, and then slowly lowering it all the way back down. And we're going to do one more glute stretch. So we did a lot today. We're going to pull that left foot off the floor, just the same stretch we did seated, but now we're laying on our backs. And again, this is so good for sciatic as well. So you're holding on to your left thigh. Another option is holding on to your left shin. So really hugging it in nice and tight, and a little rock side to side. Maybe flexing that right foot. And then you're going to release that left foot back onto the floor. Go ahead and extend your right leg up to the sky, give it a little circle. And then keep holding onto the thigh, straighten the left leg onto the floor, both legs straight. Option to walk your hand higher up and just rotate that ankle. Go ahead and hug that right knee into the chest and then bring the left knee in. Hug them both in, give it a little rock side to side. Pull the shoulders away from the ears. Good, now you're going to place your right foot on the floor and your left ankle over the right thigh and press that left knee open. And then we'll place both hands on the floor and we're going to press up to a single leg bridge. Opening up that left hip, using that right glute. And then slowly lowering the hips to the floor. Pull your right knee in and up off the floor, that right foot. Hug those legs into the body. So you're holding on to the right thigh or hold on to your shin. Pull it a little tighter. Maybe flex your left foot. And a little rock side to side. Let's find our breath here. It's very good again for sciatic. And then we're going to release that foot all the way to the floor, foot flat. Extend your left leg up to the sky, hold behind the thigh, and then straighten out your right leg. Option to bring your hand higher up, maybe rotate the ankle a little. One side might be tighter than the other. And then we're going to hug that left knee into the chest. Give it a squeeze. Bring your right knee in as well. Give them both a squeeze. Maybe you can wrap it a little tighter, holding wrist, forearm, or elbows, maybe lifting the nose to the knees, curling in a ball. And then slowly releasing the legs. Bring the feet flat on the floor. Let your arms rest next to the body. And then walk your feet as wide as your mat. And then bring the knees together and just again checking in with your hips. And then separate the knees and then walk the feet all the way together so they're stacked, and then bring your arms to cactus arms. So bending the elbows to the backs of the hands, go to the floor, palms to the sky, and then drop both knees to your right and look to your left. So the feet and knees are stacked. You're getting a nice twist through the torso, keeping both shoulders on the floor. Let's find our breath. Inhale and exhale. Now when you twist, you don't want it to be so deep that you can't get a breath. A full breath down into the belly again. Inhale and exhale. Another breath. One more. Go ahead and bring your head back to neutral. Let both knees slowly come back to neutral. Feet flat, readjust your spine, and then let the knees drop to the left as your head looks and turns to the right. Again, stacking the feet. You can have a slight staggered if that feels better to your feet or your legs. Shoulders on the floor. Again, inhaling and exhaling. 4 breaths here. Another inhale and an exhale. Inhale and exhale. One more breath. Inhale and exhale. Good. You're going to bring your head back to neutral. Go ahead and straighten out both legs. Turn your palms upward. Walk the shoulders away from the ears. And then if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes. Let your legs just fall, however feels good to you in your Shavasana. And just notice where your body is connecting to the earth. Feel the back of your head touching the floor. Feel where your hips and your upper back are connecting. Your back of your hands are touching the mat. Feel where your legs are connecting. Find your breath, breathing in through the nose and out through the nose. Feel that calmness washing over your body. Tuning into the breath. Two more breaths. One more inhale. And one more exhale. And wiggle your fingers and your toes. Maybe move the wrist or the ankles. And you are welcome to stay in your Shavasana, or you can bend the knees and you can roll to one side. You can give them a squeeze, release any tension in your low back. And when you're ready, we will lift and we will find our Sukhasana, our easy seat. You're welcome to sit on a block or blanket. Align the ears over shoulders, shoulders over hips. Palms are down on the thighs. Pull the elbows back into the rib cage. Take a nice deep breath in. Reach the arms overhead. Touch the fingers. Exhale, palms to heart space. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.